importance of that is Tupac was helping his Black Panther extended family call peace truces between the Bloods and the Crips. And they
Mhm.
first were successful with several neighborhoods, and Compton was one of those several neighborhoods. And then they were successful at getting it done virtually throughout Los Angeles. And then they had that Bloods versus Crips peace truce spread throughout California, and then even starting to spread throughout the country.
Right.
And that took for a number of those gang members, stopped dealing drugs with that movement, and that took billions of dollars of drug money out of the CIA traffickers' hands.
Mhm.
And so they thought Tupac was a major threat for that reason. They were taking literally tens, if not hundreds of billions of dollars out of the CIA's coffers each year for the amount of drug dealers they were taking off the street from those gangs, turning one to
Mhm.
activism. Because he was getting those gangs not only call peace truces, but also turn on to activism. Is because the Young Lords, which was the Latino version of the Black Panthers, were inspired by this movement and convinced the Latin Kings, the largest gang in New York, the Latino gang in New York, of course. And I talked to Antonio Kingtone Fernandez,
Mhm.
interviewed
Mhm.
him myself
Mm.
and his mentor. And I also interviewed Vincent Panama Alba, who was
Mhm.
one of the young lords that convinced King Tone to turn on to activism. And so they were serious, drug dealers in New York City. And when they got inspired to turn on to activism and stop drug dealing, when all the leaders of what became the Almighty Latin King and Queen Nation were
Mhm.
arrested, and this is all documented in a book uh, published by Columbia University Press, called Almighty Latin King Queen Nation, and the transformation of a street gang, and the political transformation of a street gang. Anyway, so that book and another film documented, and from my interviews with these guys, I found that yeah, they were caught with no drugs whatsoever on them, so they had stopped drug dealing. And we're
Mhm.
talking about, it was found basically that they couldn't find any drugs on any of the Latin kings that they arrested.